Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here, and Happy Yule. Merry Yule? Happy Yuletide? I don't know, however you want to say that. It is Yule today, also known as the winter solstice, and it is also the longest day of the year. From here on out, especially up here in the north, it will start getting lighter every single day, which is great because I am tired of it being dark all the time. Of course, for us, we aren't so far north that it is constantly dark, but we definitely are limited with our daylight. And I feel like by the time I get ready to go to work and it's dark out, and then I come home and it's still dark out, and then it's starting to get dark when I wake up again because I work nights, it's just really depressing. Today, I'm just going to talk about the origins of Yule, where it came from, where it stemmed from, and how it has evolved throughout time. Now, way back at the very beginning of it all, Yule was observed as a pagan holiday. It generally spans from December 21st to January 1st, and it is just a celebration of life and amazingness and just being one with everything. Now, way back when, of course, it was not all happiness. Yule was actually a time of, yes, celebration, but also sacrifice. So there was quite a long time where you would actually have a big celebration where there would be sacrifices made, particularly of horses and other livestock, to the gods. And everybody would get together to drink and toast and pray to the gods at the time that they were worshiping. Most notably, they worshipped Odin. So they predominantly took 3 drinks. One drink was to celebrate and thank Odin, as he was considered Father Christmas in a way, if you want to do all of the translations to make it easier for your head. And the horse blood was to sacrifice to him, as well as his 8-legged horse that he rode throughout the night with his band of miscreants. The second toast was to 2 other gods, and it was to celebrate fresh crops and better harvest in the new year. And the third toast was always to the health of their reigning king at the time, to promote going into the next year and not losing them. Now, over the times, it has definitely evolved. It's basically either, for some people, has boiled down to just celebrating for a day, or it has continued to be a long period of time. Of course, no sacrifices are made anymore unless people are still living in countries where they are allowed to actively practice their worshiping this way. A lot of the time now, we have actually mixed together different traditions between Christmas time and Yule. So things like Yule log that people have on their tables, the Yule goat, Yule boar, Yule singing, as well as tree decorating, believe it or not. So lots of things have kind of been mishmashed together to make Christmas. But at the end of the day, once you mash it all together, there's still very, very trace evidence of Yule. Now, for us here in our house, we actually probably, once you encompass it all together in an amount of time, celebrate for like 2 months. Which seems ridiculous when you look at it that way. But because we are very much an open household, and yes, both of us were very much raised with Christmas and Christian traditions, we have also had the opportunity to be allowed to explore our own beliefs and our own ways of doing things. So we do actually start at the end of November in my house. We decorate, we put everything out. We are constantly trying to figure out what we're going to bake. We make a lot of traditional breads and cookies and desserts. We also decorate our tree. At the beginning, we have a lot of natural things on our tree. So we do have crystals, we have wood. We're also looking forward to, once we are more stable in our living conditions, deck out our tree even more so. We have also entertained the thought that once we have trees in our yard, are going to put out dried fruit on the trees and just those little things to appease the gods in a better way than sacrificing an animal. We then celebrate all the way through Krampus night, St. Nicholas's Day, and then into Yule, going through the whole Yuletide, so between the 21st and the 1st of January, but then we do also celebrate all the way until the end of Old Christmas, which is January 7th. After that, we will slowly start taking down our decorations, but through this entire time, we really go headfirst into taking all of these traditions that we enjoy doing and mashing them together into one big thing in our house. Of course, we still celebrate Christmas, and there's been a lot of talk of whether to open gifts on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, as my grandfather, being from Switzerland, always opened all of their presents Christmas Eve. My family growing up always opened them on Christmas Day. Now we've kind of done both. I always either get a present on Christmas Eve, or I just open them all on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, depending on how I'm feeling. And we also just feast a lot. We make a lot of food. So tonight we are actually making lamb in preparation for Yule. And although I have to work, I will be coming home to enjoy that meal, and it is going to be so good, which is kind of our other way of sacrificing to the gods. We're still eating an animal, so I guess you can count it if you want. And then we will be having a traditional jigs dinner on Christmas Day in honor of my roommate's Newfoundland heritage. And we were hoping to be there for Christmas this year. Unfortunately, that did not happen due to a lot of unfortunate events. But there is always next year. And yeah, there are lots of things that you can celebrate during Yule. It's up to you to decide what you want to celebrate, how you want to celebrate, and that is the beauty of it. It's your choice. It is, if you just want to do something really simple, then do something really simple. You just want to have a dinner and have a whole bunch of people over and celebrate and drink. Great. You want to go ahead and decorate your house with lots of earthy things, make sacrifices to the animals by allowing them to have birdseed out on the front lawn, putting dried fruit in the trees, putting out things in the forest for animals to be able to snack on is another big thing that a lot of people have done. And also in all of this, you can celebrate Saturnalia at the same time. We have not yet, but it was something that I was going to talk about doing this year because why not? And Saturnalia is actually an ancient Roman festival in honor of Saturn, and it's December 17th. And actually now they have expanded it that it runs from December 17th all the way to December 23rd. So that would be an amazing thing. Like, we need another excuse to keep eating and baking and partying. But there you have it. I want to hear all of your guys' Yuletide traditions. I want to know what you guys do, what your favorite tradition is, and any other things that you'd like to tell me about the festive season that you enjoy. Please leave it down in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the notifications. I will be uploading for the rest of December, and then we'll be back in the new year. Have a good night, guys.